There's always this underlying anger.
Sure. Yeah, like it creeps me out when basically any time a bunch of people agree.
Yeah. We were working with Jason Kander, who's the Secretary of State, and they came to us with an idea that would help seniors be protected from online kind of scams. And it was one of those situations where if you had seen enough of those ads, you knew exactly what the bad one would be. And we were kind of being pressured to go there. I was continually getting aggravated by this whole process because clients have their interesting kind of way they handle things. But then you put in like government on top of that, and then it starts to become this incredible puzzle that makes you nauseous, and you're just kind of like, it's just not worth it. Like at any moment you're ready to just pack it in and put up the worst infomercial phone number ad just to be done. We fought through it, and so we came up with this idea where we stripped away all of this nonsense, had him be a very small part of the ad, which was actually completely against their first ask. They essentially wanted him to talk through the whole ad. And we were like, nah, we're not going to do that. So we came up with this other idea where we dunked a bunch of old people in the water. Definitely was one of those situations where, nobody quite got what we were doing when we started it. When Tony and I were originally concepting it, nobody really got what we were doing. 2, there was instant internal force to kind of have us not do it. And then you got the client who was like, I don't know. But we packaged it up, we did storyboards, and we walked into it and presented it to them, and they totally bought off on it. And it was just like, nobody saw it coming. And then next thing you know, 2 weeks later, we're dunking 3 old people in some water, and we've got a guy in a fishing boat. And the phases of that were very much like alchemy, the turning crap into gold, like happens within those moments of pressure where you're not the most agreeable person in the world, but it's only because you know what you're doing's right.
It's almost like you enter each thing like it's a fight.
Yeah.
You're like fists up, like, okay, let's go. I cannot think of an example. I feel like there are so many. I can think of an example that didn't work. It's a place that I worked before, and their client.
No name
is this
mentioned.
Legal?
I don't know, it depends.
Am I not supposed to say?
I don't know. I don't know what the story is. How
Crap.
can I make that judgment?
Okay, it doesn't matter, but the client was a lubricant.
Hey.
Like anyway.
Industrial?
No.
Oh. The other kind.
Sexual.
Got you. Sexual. I'm uncomfortable. Please continue. Go ahead.
So we're thinking of a campaign to do, mostly a social media campaign or post, and I was just like, well, this is a few years ago, and I said, well, everything should be about the word moist.
Oh.
You know, because like everyone hates, or a lot of people really hate that word.
Yeah.
And I didn't even make it. I mean, it didn't even make it past like the art director. Like it didn't. But I believed in it so much, but I had no power. But I was just like, no, I'm telling you. And like, no, I hate that word. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, why? Like, that's the whole point. Because then people will actually respond to it and feel something about it, as opposed to being like, derp, picture of the bottle. That's not a thing.
Derp.
That is an idea. So I was just like, I believed in it so much. I'm like, moist, it's gonna go viral. We'll make a whole video about moist. I'll say it again, moist. Don't steal my idea, lubricant client that I won't name. But yeah, if it had made it to the client, they would have probably rejected it. But if it had not been rejected, just imagine.
Yeah. Would have been huge. Moist. It's a tough word.